Record. Now, of course, I'm going to cough. All right. So I am talking to Ashley Vox from Team Sea Stars. Now, I'm going to tell you something. And it makes me feel really stupid. I didn't realize you guys were sisters, even after knowing the name of the tag team for so long. Do you get that a lot?
We get that so much, even now. Like, you're not the only one. Like, everyone's always like, oh, I get it.
I
Sea
felt
Star
so
sister.
stupid. I felt so stupid. So I opened the conversation with Delmi this way, so I'm going to do it with you as well. Your perfect pizza.
I would have to be going with the Hawaiian pizza. I'm
Oh
all about
no.
like
Oh no.
pineapple on
Oh,
pizza. I know.
oh God.
I know. I'm sorry.
Don't. We're gonna have to regroup here. Uh,
Oh,
I'm gonna take a drink. Ashley's drinking from a very fancy glass,
Layla got it for me.
and
It
it's
says Ashley's Brewery. It's like a long ass
that is
glass
awesome.
too.
Now, was that a Christmas gift or was it just a just because she loves you kind of gift?
It was actually a just because gift. It was like
Nice.
when we first started dating, and she knows how much I'm like into beer and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got it was when I like got hired for like my first brewery job. So she was
Okay.
like, here's like a few things to like motivate you. So and then
So,
on the back it says pudgy,
okay, what does that mean?
like
Is
the
that
beer
your
belly. you know.
okay? So that's her little pet nickname for you.
Yes.
Cute.
Yep. Pudgy.
So you work at a brewery now, correct?
Mhm.
Why don't you give them a free plug? And if they want to send me some beer because of it, that's fine too. I don't.
I know, right? Yeah, I work at Trillium, wearing all the
Oh, I didn't even
swag.
I didn't even notice you were wearing the shirt. My goodness. Sheesh.
I didn't throw on the socks though,
Now I
but
feel like you're. If this was a video podcast, I would feel a little like, geesh.
I know, right? Trillium. I started there late August of last year,
Okay.
and I love it.
Yeah, based on your social media posts, I mean, it sounds like it's your dream job.
Yeah, it's
Besides wrestling, of course.
yeah. Besides wrestling, you do have to have like a backup plan.
Yeah,
Getting
absolutely.
older and stuff.
Well,
So
especially during the shutdown where you can't travel as freely as you have in the past.
yeah.
Um,
So
Now, can you talk about what you do exactly there?
so what I do is I basically package the beer.
Okay.
So we have like a filler machine that fills up like the cans. We got to make sure that the machine's clean.
Mm-hmm.
We do like a kind of like a test to see if there's any like iodine in the machine left.
Okay.
So we basically like at 7 in the morning we're like testing to see if like the beer is good to like get
Okay.
packaged.
So, can I get just that job? Can I just get?
I
Can I
know,
get
right?
the tester? I don't
Forget
want
the
to do anything
coffee.
else. I don't want to do anything else. Just test.
Just
Because
test,
I,
passable.
well, I think quality control is important these days.
It is.
Branding and quality control, they go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what kind of beer are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking a double IPA. It has some Citra dry hops in it,
Okay.
and it's called the True New Englander. This is the one that I actually did like a small little mini photo shoot of when it like
I,
snowed here,
yeah, I saw that.
and I was like, "This is the perfect opportunity to mimic the label."
Now, do you guys just do IPAs or do you do like regular domesticated type of beers?
We do a lot of like IPAs, double IPAs, triple IPAs.
I've
Once in
never
a while,
even heard of double and triple IPAs.
oh yeah,
So what
they're
is that?
great. Um, they're pretty smooth, honestly. Like the way that we do it, it's a lot of like aromas of like citrus and
Okay.
like galaxy hops. It's not that bitter. Like it really is smooth.
So like an
They're
IPA,
high in volume though, like high in like alcohol volume, which is
I like
awesome.
that. I like that.
Yeah,
My
right.
problems with IPAs are that they're kind of bitter, and it's okay. So me and Delmy talked about this, and we're getting off on a bad foot, I think, because the pineapple pizza thing, and IPAs are probably my least favorite because and maybe I've just had bad ones. Maybe I've just had bad IPAs, but they all taste like you've passed out into the grass and you're just chewing on the lawn.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's
Fair enough. I've heard people say that too.
now are the double IPAs and triple IPAs, are they more fruity and less ground?
I guess there you would kind of feel like taste the bitterness, but to me, I can taste like, I guess because I do like sensory, I can still taste like some of like the citrus in it
Okay.
and pick up like certain like flavors like mango in it, or like any kind of like other fruits in it, like a tangerine or something. But I guess it's just because like I've had years of experience of like not going to bars and like ordering lagers. Like I just stick with like IPAs and like
Sure.
catching up like the scent and like the taste. So I think our taste buds are just like completely different, like pineapple on
Yeah, I
pizza.
mean, look what I'm drinking. I'm white.
Water.
I'm white trash. No, it's not water. It's almost 6% alcohol percentage.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
what is
This
yours?
8.1.
Okay, but okay, fair enough. It's a little bit more, but like a Budweiser is only like 3. So I'm at least not at the Budweiser level.
That's true. That's true. I started off with the Budweiser level.
Budweiser is horrible. If Budweiser is the only beer available, I would not be an alcoholic.
True.
True. So, well, that brings up another question. So, obviously, you're very intelligent when it comes to I guess, like the chemistry, the makeup of beer. Do you ever just sit at your house and just drink, or are you always like drinking it and like, oh, I've detected a nutty flavor here in this swallow?
Yeah, I do drink a lot, just because like I love beer in general.
Me too.
I'm pretty much like
I'm gonna clap for that. Uh,
pretty much like an old man and just like lay on the couch and like crack a couple cold ones.
I think that, you know what, honestly, you and Delmi are my favorite wrestlers just because of the booze. Just because of the booze. You could never
The
wrestle
best
again.
part.
If you never wrestled again, you're still going into my greatest tag team of all time list.
Hell yeah!
So
Cheers to that.
congratulations. um, but okay, so when I'm the most unprofessional podcaster in the history of podcasting. I do very little. Well, I mean, I don't have to research because I follow you guys and I watch what you do and all that. But I also don't want to. I don't want to sit here and talk about all that because the people that are listening to this show, they already know who you are inside the ring. They don't know who you are outside of it.
Yeah.
But I did write down a couple questions, and one of them was, Ashley, if you did own your own brewery, and you had to create a beer that was the Ashley Vox beer, what would it be?
I would do, to be honest, an IPA.
Okay,
I would
and
start off with an IPA.
and like, what flavors would we expect to experience?
My favorite hops that I would use is the Idaho 7. It's so good and like fruity. And the Galaxy hop itself is like a very popular hop.
Okay,
It's also like one of the hops that like Trillium mostly uses mixed with other hops, but the Galaxy and the Idaho 7's like, I feel like if I brewed something with those hops and like, dry hopped with other kind of hops, it would come out the way that I wanted.
and what would be
Um,
the fruitiness? What would be the key fruit flavor that we would get?
Definitely like a lot of tangerine, orange flavors like
Interesting.
that.
Okay. Um, so I did do a little research. I was going through your social media, and my social media, and I noticed that you're going to be in a comic book.
I know.
Now, is
I
this
know. Isn't that awesome?
that is awesome? And I guess this company did a comic earlier in the year with like Warhouse, Alley Cat.
I think I saw Alley Cat on that.
I'm
It came
assuming.
out like in the summer, right?
Yeah,
Some
it's been a
like
little
so
bit. It's
long
been a little
ago.
bit. Yeah, I think it was before the shutdown, if I
Yeah,
remember right. And so you'll be in it with Allison Kay, who is one of my favorites, and you guys worked in the NWA together. Well, you
yeah,
guys have been working together everywhere, really. Marty Bell, Delmi, Nicole Matthews, MV Young's in it. So this is
yeah.
going to be a pretty interesting. And now they said that MV Young was in the previous one, so I guess this is like a continuation of the previous one. Now, when did you
Ooh.
find out that you were going to be in this?
Uh, they like messaged us a while ago, but I feel like it was so long ago that when we just like saw the post today, Delmi and I were like, oh yeah, like they emailed us and like we completely forgot because like it was definitely like a couple of months ago when they like asked if we wanted to be a part of it,
So you
and we
don't
said
even.
yeah.
So I'm assuming you don't even know what the story is.
No, not at all.
So it's just your likeness in it, but you don't even know.
Yep.
Like, oh man. So let's kind of guess. What do you think your superhero power is in this book?
Probably shotgun and beer.
Oh, holy cow! That would be amazing.
That would be awesome, right? In like
Yeah,
a
I mean,
second.
it seems like you guys are making a habit of getting into like publications because you were in like the PWI like 75 times this year. Like they're thinking about renaming it Delmi and Ashley's personal
Oh
diary.
my god.
They are.
I heard, yeah,
I
people were
actually
saying
talked to the
that.
editor today. He was like, "Yeah, I mean, they're single-handedly keeping this company in business."
They're gonna put sea stars like all over the front
Yeah,
pages
just
and the back. That's the background.
yeah. I heard that they're gonna have an Ask Ashley column in there where people are just gonna send questions for you to answer. I mean, I don't know if I had to really explain what an Ask Ashley is, but
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Dear Ashley," and I'm gonna be like, "That's me."
and she only answers the questions when she's adequately intoxicated.
Yeah, I'm like,
Wait a second, this one made too much sense. This is no. Um, but yeah, so you guys have been all over too. You made your debut in TNA, which I accidentally got Delmy to give out the news that you were having a second match.
oh, she spilled the beans.
Yeah, she spilled the beans. Yeah, and
That's so
I
funny.
wasn't even trying. She was just like, "Oh yeah, we're going to be on TNA again or TNA Impact again." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't mean." Oh boy.
Oh, she said vomit.
Yeah. So,
That's
but
so funny.
not a lot of people listen, so the secret was okay.
No, don't say that. They definitely do.
Oh yeah, a billion people listened. Like
See,
I was able to retire off of that one podcast. Were you now? I'm not going to ask if you were a fan of professional wrestling when you were a kid, but were you a fan? Did you read PWI? Because I remember reading PWI when I was a kid, and I'm much older than you.
I started like noticing the magazines when I was trying to become a wrestler. So that was like 5, 6 years ago,
So you
and I
okay?
was
So you've only
so
been trying to be a wrestler, trying to be a wrestler. You are a wrestler. You're probably one of the best wrestlers in the United States, if we're being honest. But
oh,
you've only been in it for 6 years,
5 years.
5 years. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's insane to me.
Started pretty late. I think I was like 25 or 24 when I started. I was like, why didn't I start a lot sooner?
Now, where did you train out of? Because I don't even know if I asked Delmy that question. We didn't talk a lot about wrestling.
Yeah, so we actually trained at a barn.
I thought you were going to say a bar. I
A barn.
really, literally thought you were going to say a bar. I was going to be like, okay, this is getting out of
I
control.
wish.
That wasn't wrestling training. You were 21 and getting into bar fights. You're not. That wasn't training.
Yeah, right. Rana off the bar. But no, we started training at a barn, and then we started branching out and training with like Fury for a little bit, and then Matt Taven pretty much like
Oh,
took us
okay.
under his wing.
Okay, cool.
So,
Now, what was it? Why did you want to be a professional wrestler?
because I grew up watching it with my dad,
Okay.
and I was like so into like how Roddy Piper was, like very like crazy, and my dad and I were just like so into it, and it was like our hobby of like just sitting down and like kind of like guessing who would be the one to win from like we'd pick a
Okay.
guy and just like, if I lost, I'd cry.
Sheesh. Took
Yeah.
it really hard, and he knew that it's all predetermined. I know who's gonna
I know,
win,
right?
so he was kind of cheating in a way.
Yeah, he literally was
He
cheating.
took liberties on this game that you guys are playing.
Literally.
Upsetting. So Roddy Piper was one of your big favorites then,
Yeah, and then Stone Cold,
and
of
so cool.
course.
Of course, I didn't even think about it. I'm so clueless sometimes. Um, Interesting. Okay, so I wrote down. Well, I didn't write them down. I watched a bunch of matches, and then I asked. This is like the Family Feud. What did they say?
Okay.
We asked 100 people. I didn't ask 100 people because I don't know 100 people, but I asked an undisclosed amount of people the the four best moves of Ashley Vox. Now we're gonna make this interesting though. They're in order of popularity,
Okay.
and for everyone that you get right, I will drink a drink, and for everyone that you get wrong, you have to take a drink.
Like a whole can drink or like a sip?
Well, I mean, if we want to
Like
get crazy, just a nice healthy drink, a nice healthy drink.
Okay.
I mean, if we want to chug them, I'm gonna have to go upstairs and get another beer.
That's what I was saying. I was like, same. Okay.
I don't have that many. Okay. So the top four moves of Ashley Vox. Number 4.
I'm gonna go with a cannonball.
Damn it.
God, what a good guess.
That was good. All right. Number 3.
A senton.
Nope.
Damn.
Now, do you want to try again? Double up for
I'll
number
try
4?
again.
Okay.
Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, she passed out after the.
What, satellite DDT?
Nope.
Damn it. A headbutt.
No.
No. God.
This is the greatest game in the history. I invented the greatest game in the history of podcasts.
Really did.
Why am I drinking? I didn't get it wrong.
Fish hook.
Explain what do you think the fish hook? Tell me what the fish hook is.
Is it the fish hook in the mouth?
Oh, nope.
Damn it.
Because I didn't know if that was a name for this, an alternative name. I'll give you.
Catch submission?
Say that again.
The real catch submission?
Nope.
What are my moves?
And I'm just hoping people gave me the right moves now.
I know, right? A Rana?
Nope. Someone get her another beer. She's out.
I know, right? I'm almost empty.
I will give you a hint. I'll give you a hint since you're like 5 deep into this one. Fisherman was in the title.
Fisherman suplex.
Yes. I'll drink. You can't wait. No, you don't raise your hand now. No celebrating. That was no.
Guessed it right.
What the? You got it wrong 6 times, Ashley. I had to give you half of it. All right, number 3 or number 2, actually.
Fish hook.
No. I like that you trust me that I'm giving you the right
I know,
answers.
right? Yeah. Let's see. Headbutt?
No.
Wow, I don't even know myself.
Well, I mean, these guys could all have been idiots too. They seen you do it one time, and
Yeah, right.
I will activate the hint after 4 missed answers.
Okay. Let's see. What do I do? Super kick.
No.
Suicide dive.
No. I think that activated the clue. You said it earlier in your guesses previous to this question.
Sentence.
Yes. No, no celebrating.
Yes. Yes.
It's not. It's
I'm
not,
winning.
you're not winning.
No.
I'm getting sober.
I know.
All right, so number 1, the number 1 top move of Ashley Vox, based on 10 or 11 people that possibly have never seen you wrestle before, apparently.
I'm gonna go with the real catch submission.
Son of a bitch! You got the first one and the last one. Now you can celebrate. Give yourself a round of applause.
Set this game.
Well, that was a fun game. I mean, I wish I would have done the top 10, but
I know, right?
I think you may have died.
God, no, impossible. I'm a tank.
You're okay. Fair enough. I mean, I don't have enough beers to you know. Another game that we played, me and Delmi. I listed beers. Okay, and you have to tell me immediately, within 3 seconds, which wrestler you think of when I say that beer.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Budweiser.
Miller Lite. Oh, wrestler, right?
I guess.
All right, start all over. Yeah. I can't believe I said Miller Lite.
Budweiser.
Stone Cold.
Who?
Stone Cold.
Oh, Stone Cold. Okay, fair enough. Heineken.
Eddie Guerrero.
Interesting. Why?
Just because like my dad and like a lot of like our Spanish families, they love like Coronas and Heinekens.
Oh, okay.
So like I just like thought Heineken.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Mexican.
I knew Corona. I didn't know Heineken was a big beer.
Mexicans love Heineken.
Okay, interesting. Hams.
Hams. I've never heard of that.
You never
beer.
had hams? Okay, it's a Texas.
No.
It's a Texas beer.
Okay.
Very, very sweet. Kind of similar to Pabst Blue Ribbon, I would say.
Interesting. Never had it.
Let's see if you answer the same for this one as Delmi did. Old Milwaukee.
Never had it. I'm gonna go with Dustin Rhodes.
Dustin Rhodes, interesting. She said Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Let's see here. See now, have you ever heard of Red Dog?
No.
Okay. Trying to think. Bush beer.
Bush beer. I'm gonna go with the Bushwhackers.
I can see where we went. How? I can see that. Let's see. Oh, Solo Darling's on the TV right now. What is it? Have you ever had Grolsch?
No.
Don't.
Where's that from?
I think it's a German beer, but okay. So it always comes in a bottle. It's never in a can, and it has these things that these like steel tabs that you have to pull off to get to them, and then uncork it. If you have to do that much work to get to a beer,
Yeah.
they're trying to tell you not to do it.
They're trying
Right?
to be fancy.
I don't know if they're trying to be fancy. I think they're trying to save people's taste buds.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Or
Uh, so you have to share with us now a bar story.
a bar store.
Yep. Now I'll tell you, Delmi, because you didn't listen to the podcast. Delmi shared a story with us that you guys were in a bar waiting for Chris Statlander to pick you up. Or to meet Chris Statlander. She ordered a Guinness. The bouncer was very, very frightening. Do you remember this?
I think so, yeah.
And you guys were sitting at a table, and the bouncer came up and asked if you wanted... He didn't ask if you wanted one. He said, "What do you want?" And you all felt obligated to order another drink. And you did, but nobody wanted the drink. You just wanted to leave. You have to share a story now like that.
An aggressive story.
An aggressive story like that.
A bar story. Oh my God.
I do enjoy that you guys... she shared that... well, I guess I kind of insinuated that promoters try to get you guys on first because if you guys are sitting in the back for too long, the drinking will begin.
Yeah, that's true. As soon as I'm done with my match, I usually like...
It's time to go to the store.
Yeah, I usually like if it's a close local promotion like Limitless or like Beyond, I was always like the one that like had a backpack full of beer from work. So like as soon as I was done with my match, crack.
So I meant to ask that. So what made you decide what has interested you to getting into the brewing business?
College.
College. So
College, yeah.
so because in college you drink a lot, or that's what you were studying?
I was studying. No, I was studying drinking a lot. Um, I went to the bar with one of my friends from class, and I was studying for film.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to make music videos.
Oh, okay.
Which is really hard to like get a job with it unless you move to like New York or California. But like that was like my passion back then, and so we go to a bar. I didn't really drink beer at that time,
Okay.
and the waitress comes up, asks me what I want to drink, and me not really knowing what is beer, I was just like, I'll have a Budweiser. And my friend looks at me and he's like, "You can have a Budweiser?"
Get out of here. You've embarrassed me.
Who are you?
He flips the table. He flips the table over and walks out mad. And Ashley's like, "Okay, I'll take a Pabst."
And at that time, like, he introduced me to like Sam Adams, Harpoon, and those like breweries were like really well known. Like they were growing at that time.
Okay.
And so like craft beer itself was like expanding.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started drinking like different like craft breweries like Sam Adams, Harpoon. Harpoon was actually like the Harpoon IPA was like the first IPA that I ever had. And so then I was like learning about IPAs and like lagers, and Yingling was like my favorite like commercial lager beer. And then I just like fell in love with it, and I was like, how do they do this? Like, how do they make beer? I want to make beer. Yeah.
uh, so I have to ask them. You brought it up, Yingling. Have you had their Hershey?
No, because is it a stout?
I think it's a stout. Yeah, I'm assuming it's a stout.
So I know I'm gonna sound lame right now, but I actually don't like stouts or porters.
Well, then this interview is over. You
Damn.
that was it. That was it. I put up with the pineapple.
Strike three.
No, that's fine, I guess. I mean, if you don't like good things, if you don't like delicious things, that's fine, Ashley.
Delmi loves stouts though. She loves stouts. She's the one that like it's all about Guinness and like I every time we make like stouts or porters at work, I always give her like a big bottle
Nice.
and she's always like so happy to like have them.
Now,
So
do you? I know she hates the seltzer beers. How do you? What do you think about them? This is a very important question. This will decide a lot of things right now.
uh to be honest, the whole White Claw seltzer drinks, I don't buy it. I don't
They're
like it.
they're extremely overrated.
Very overrated.
The
I
one time I
hate
drank
them.
one, it tasted like I was drinking an armpit.
Or wet socks.
Something. I spit it out immediately.
Oh yeah.
Like I have a very strict rule of not abusing alcohol. But
Hmm.
in that moment, that was not alcohol that I was drinking. And I don't understand
Yeah.
why this it still exists.
Yeah. Oh, another thing is like I don't get it when like, like just, big strong people, like even men, big
Wait,
guns,
wait.
not you, but just like in general, they're like, six pack shredded, all that, like act tough, maybe bad and all that. But then they drink like, White Claw. And it's just like,
Yeah.
what?
It's like the 2020 version or 2021 version, I guess, of drinking a wine cooler.
Yeah.
Could you see like a big dude walking up to the bar and be like, "Can I get a Bartles and James?" You probably don't even know what a Bartles and James is because it's been so long since anybody ever ordered a wine cooler in the history of life.
Sad.
It it's a, it's a disgusting
It's
display,
like
really.
them ordering a rosé or something. It's like, what?
No,
Meanwhile, I'm at the bar drinking a double IPA.
I'm still like so the double IPA and a triple. I've never heard of this before. You've actually taught me something.
You gotta try it. Where are you
So
located at?
I'm in Michigan. We have
One of these
nothing.
days, if I wrestle down there, I'll bring you beer
You'll
so you
bring
could
me
try it.
beer?
I'll bring you beer so you could try it.
Holy cow! But then I'll feel obligated to like it.
Well, you could try one. We'll split it, and then I'll still give you like a 4 pack or something
I
that you
mean,
can like.
will you drink one of these?
Uh, right before a match because I definitely need a lot of water before my
That's not
match.
a lot of water, Ashley. It's 5.9% alcohol. It's ice brewed for a smooth taste. I, hold on, I'm gonna take a drink of my water, I guess.
H2O.
So, what does 2021 look like for you guys?
Um,
When I talked to Delmi last, you guys were actually wrapping up your year. It was
right
Limitless.
before Christmas, right?
Yeah, the VLC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a lot. Well, I think you guys no, because you guys taped the Impact match. Are things opening up more for around you guys for wrestling, or is it still kind of like playing it by ear?
It's very like playing it by ear. Um, this COVID thing is still around, so
Yeah,
it's kind
it's
of hard to say. But we definitely have like Delmi and I talked, and like we have like new goals for this year, and just like, hoping something happens. That's all really. It's just like whatever, if there's gonna be a second lockdown, which I'm pretty sure there will be, and
So
like
you
if
guys
it has
aren't
to
on
be
lockdown right
off.
now?
We're not on lockdown right now,
Okay.
but it
We've been on
depends
a
if like,
we've been
are
on
you
lock
guys?
Yeah, we've been on a lockdown since like pre-Thanksgiving.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so like the bars are open, but outside, not inside. And I don't know if you know like Michigan weather, but it's not fun. Like they have heaters outside, and these heaters are up on the top of the building. So a guy like me with all this beautiful hair,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on fire the whole time. Like
Oh no.
I'm like, what does that smell? Is it my hair? So, yeah. So they found a second strand of this bullshit. We haven't swore one time. Actually, we were supposed to have like a
I know. Oh my god, unbelievable.
yeah.
I'm
I mean,
fucking. I'm not me. I'm not being me. The
yeah. You're
fuck.
not. What's going on? Are you mad at me about
I'm.
something?
You don't believe in pineapple on pizza.
I don't. But I did find an even. I mean, okay. There is a worse pizza. I will admit it to you, and only you, and whoever listens to this show.
I feel like I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
Do you?
I feel like I do know, but just say it.
Sardines. Sardines on a
Yes.
pizza is disgusting. I used to
Who
work
the
at.
fuck eats that?
Okay, so listen. I used to work at a pizzeria. Okay? We would make
Yeah.
pizza. We did not have sardines on our menu because there's a reason. It's disgusting. But there was this couple that would come in at least once every 3 weeks on the dot with a can, those cans of sardines, and they would ask our manager, "Would it be okay if they threw these on our pizza?" And they would say yes. And it is the most disgusting smell that you would ever smell. Cooking sardines on a pizza. I love pizza. Pizza is my life. And beer. But no.
That's not right. That's not human like.
It's
That's
not.
not normal.
It's not normal.
Disgusting.
I mean, I wouldn't eat sardines by themselves. Why would you desecrate the amazingness that is pizza? I mean, okay, so I didn't even ask you that. So I'm just assuming that pizza is the greatest food in your life.
It's not.
Because that's mine.
It's not.
I've 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 put that on you, and that's not fair. That is not fair to you. So you and your lady are going out for a nice evening. Where are you guys going out to dinner? What are we eating?
Sushi.
Sushi.
Sushi or ramen.
Interesting. I've never had true ramen. I've only had it in a bag, you know.
No, you're missing
Right.
out.
But I've never had sushi in the entirety of my life.
Really?
Yeah, and I like fish. I love fish actually. I enjoy fish, but I'm not what you would call a vegetable person.
Same.
So okay, so what would you so you just get like the chunks of fish? You don't
I
get
get
like
the
you don't get the rolls,
I get the spicy salmon roll.
spicy salmon roll.
That one's like really good.
Um
If you never had sushi, I would recommend like a California roll first, and then like a salmon roll or a
but does
spicy salmon roll.
a California roll is cucumber and rice. See that the rice loses me. I there's
And
there's
the
there's
crab.
there's no food that's more worthless than rice to me.
Really?
Yeah, because there's no taste.
Well, you could always put like the soy sauce or like a spicy mayo. The spicy mayo is like a really good like spicy sauce.
Okay.
Creamy, really good. You'd love it.
Now, are you a fan of hot food?
So I'm Mexican, but I feel like I'm
I
such
don't assume anything about anybody, okay?
such a bitch with like spicy food. Like I could do like a drop or two, but then after that I'm like, oh my god, I can't handle it.
Really?
Yeah.
So no hot wings. See, that's the gold standard is the hot wing.
I go for like the honey barbecue or like the teriyaki
So I'm
flavor.
finding that you enjoy sweet foods and bitter beers.
Yes.
You're a mystery.
I know I'm very weird. I'm sorry.
I wonder if we played the top four moves of Ashley Vox again, if you would get them right this
I
time.
know, right? I wouldn't if the same top four. I probably like missed everything.
Let me ask you number three again.
Number three. Was it the fisherman suplex?
What? How?
Yes.
How? How do you remember? But okay, so that's like you. So professional wrestlers have to have like good memories, though, right? Because you're always working together on what moves you're gonna do in the ring, and it's not like WWE where they're doing it every night the same match. You're working with someone different every time you're out there, most likely. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some times where you're working with the same people in different places, but for the most part, you're working with different people.
Yeah.
So you have to really have a good memory, is what I get the long way about that.
Yeah. And if you don't, like, there's ways like if you know yourself, like there's ways that and you know your like move sets and like you have to learn someone else's move sets and spots. Give yourself like, a couple hints of like I always like kind of like if I'm taking something or doing something, I kind of like smack my leg to
Okay.
remind me and I always like kind of like sell it, play it out in the back and I just go over it until I feel comfortable. Cause
How much vocal communication is there when you're in there?
to me I don't really talk a lot.
No.
I just like hear them and because I just like I pretty much know where I'm at and I've never had the time where I would be like, where are we? Um they would always just like say it and I'd be like, yeah, like, like you're right. This is next. But
Yeah.
I don't really talk a lot unless I'm with someone who's like really new. I would always like just say everything because I was like, I hope they don't forget, like
Yeah. Yeah. You're not worried about you. You're more worried about them.
yeah, I'm like, oh my god, I just hope we're on the same page right now.
I don't want to get knocked out. I'm thinking. I'm listening to you, and it's really interesting. And I'm thinking of myself, and I know who I am as a human being, and I would the whole time I'm so paranoid about what other people are thinking, and like if I I sense things probably differently than what they're giving off, and the whole time I'd be like, oh man, did I mess that up? Did I hurt them? Did are they mad at me? Oh man, they hate me now. That would be in my head the whole time, every match.
That was
So
me, like, yeah, in the very
in the
beginning.
beginning, like yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be crazy. You can't be like there can't be any insecurity during that.
No. And the thing is, like, when Delmi and I started training, we only trained with guys, and like it's different, like training with girls and like actually wrestling with girls. So like if you're training with guys and then you have to go wrestle girls, you gotta be like, I'm sorry if I hit really hard in the match.
Right.
Like just letting you know right now. And
Yeah.
then you can't be like, I'm sorry. You gotta be like confident and just do it. And then in the back you could be like, I'm really sorry if I got you really good, like in the match.
Right.
But they're very understanding, like, it's wrestling. It's
Yeah.
not drawing or, playing video games. It's
Right.
it's wrestling.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like to have to change your style after training for so long, that has to be difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've taken up about an hour of your time. We've had some good drinks and
Wow. I can't believe it's been an hour. It's been fun.
yeah. I mean, it's a little less than an hour, but yeah.
Thank you for having me on your podcast. I really appreciate
I
it.
mean, you sound really sad right now. I mean,
I mean, thank you for having me on your podcast. Really appreciate it.
no, this has been an amazing experience. I love you two. You guys are like my next interview. I would like to interview your parents because honestly, seriously, and they've raised two amazing kids. Like you guys are like the sweetest. Like you're doing me a favor coming on the show and you're like messaging me and like, "Oh man, I have to postpone because I have to make more beer and drink more beer."
Yeah, right.
And I'm like,
I got a homebrew and burned down my kitchen.
that's fine. You don't have to apologize to me. But no, you guys are awesome. And next, I think I have to interview Delmi's boyfriend.
You should interview Layla.
And then I'll... Well, oh! That reminds me. So I have this idea that I'm going to run past you. I already run it past Delmi. Are you guys familiar... Are you guys... You're only one person. Are you familiar with the Newlywed Game?
No.
Okay, so it's a TV show, a game show from like the 80s, 70s, 80s, where two couples, or three, would compete against each other. And I would ask questions like, I would ask Layla, what is Ashley's biggest pet peeve? And you'd both would answer, but you wouldn't talk to each other about it. And she would show it, and then you would show it. And if you guys both got it right, you'd get a point. And it would go, and then Rip and Dummy would do the same thing.
You need a dry board for that then. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Does that sound like a good idea? And I was thinking,
yeah.
that we could do this where we would bring other wrestling couples in. Like, so if you beat Delmi, or Delmi beat you, the next week, they would take on this couple.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be so fucking fun. Yeah.
Well, then...
We gotta pitch it.
Well, I already pitched it to Delmi.
We gotta pitch it to everyone else.
Oh, okay.
Like Layla and Rip.
Yeah, well, yeah, you do that, and she'll do that. Okay. But I will tell you this. She said that she would beat you guys.
She is a liar.
I think we also need to be drinking while we do the game.
Yeah, I mean, Delmi was like what, sober? So
yeah, it was lame. It was like noon, and she was sober, and I was like, Delmi, if I knew you were gonna be sober, I was like, if I knew you were gonna be sober, I wouldn't even asked.
Yeah, exactly.
You let us down.
Unbelievable.
Do you even drink?
I'm so down for that game, though.
All right, so let's plan that. We're gonna do that game too.
I'll let Layla know.
All right, sounds good. I thank you for being on the show. I know you had a pretty long couple days, and I mean, it started off rough with the pineapples. I'm not gonna lie. I almost pulled the plug on my computer and was gonna be like messaging you like, "Oh, I lost power."
Oh my god.
But
savage.
But it's awesome. You guys are awesome, and yeah. Do you have anything to plug? Where are you gonna be next?
Actually, yeah, I do have something to plug. So my friend and I work with him, and he does like Beer Belly Fitness. He's on Instagram, and you can get like a workout plan for free. So if anyone enjoys beer and wants to, like, I don't know, have like a new year, new me kind of thing, Beer Belly Fitness on Instagram. Okay. Hit them up. Free workout plans that you can do at home. And
use the code Ashley.
I know. Use the code. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. No matches lined up?
Not right now, no.
That's...
Fuck you, COVID.
That is depressing me.
It's yeah, COVID's still a thing, so it's
Son
pretty
of a.
tough.
All right. All right.